I arrive in Sydney early in the morning, and the air already feels different. It is bright, fresh, and slightly salty. As I step outside, I feel like the city is smiling at me. I think to myself that this place feels relaxed, but not slow. People move with confidence, but they don't seem stressed. I immediately feel lighter. I get into a train heading toward the city center. While I sit by the window, I watch palm trees, houses, and blue sky pass by. I realize that Sydney feels open. Nothing feels closed in. As I arrive downtown, I hear voices from everywhere. English sounds familiar, but the rhythm is different. The accent is softer and friendlier. I walk toward my hotel, dragging my suitcase behind me. A passerby looks at me and smiles. "Morning," he says. I smile back and say, "Morning." That small exchange already feels welcoming. After I check in and leave my luggage, I head straight outside again. I don't want to waste any time. I want to feel the city. I walk towards Circular Quay, and suddenly the view opens up. The Sydney Opera House appears in front of me, white and shining. It looks even more beautiful than in photos. I stop walking without realizing it. I just stand there and stare. A woman next to me says, "Pretty amazing, isn't it?" I nod and say, "Yeah, it's unreal." She laughs and says, "You never get sick of it." I think about that sentence. Never get sick of it. That feels very Australian. I walk closer to the water and hear seagulls above me. Ferries move slowly across the harbor. Everything feels alive, but calm. I decide to grab breakfast at a cafe near the harbor. I step inside, and the place is busy but cheerful. People are chatting, laughing, and holding coffee cups like they are part of their body. I walk up to the counter and look at the menu. There are avocado toasts, flat whites, and fresh juices. It all looks healthy and colorful. The barista looks at me and says, "Take your time, I appreciate that." I take a breath and decide. I say, "Can I get a flat white and the avocado toast?" She replies, "Sure thing. Dine in or takeaway?" I pause for a second and say, "Dine in, please." She smiles and says, "No worries." I hear that phrase again, "No worries." It feels like the spirit of this city. While I wait for my food, I sit by the window and watch people walk by. Some are in business clothes. Some are in shorts and flip-flops. No one looks out of place. When my food arrives, I take a bite and smile. It tastes fresh and simple. I think that Sydney doesn't try too hard. It just does things well. After breakfast, I walk along the harbor path. The sun reflects off the water, and everything looks bright. I feel energized. I decide to join a walking tour to learn more about the city. Our guide gathers us and starts talking about history. She explains that Sydney began as a British penal colony in 1788. I imagine ships arriving, carrying prisoners and soldiers. It must have felt terrifying and unknown. As I walk through modern streets, I try to connect the past and present. Tall buildings now stand where survival once mattered most. During the tour, I ask, "Do people here feel connected to that history?" The guide nods and says, "Yeah, we talk about it openly. It's part of who we are." That honesty stays with me. Later, I take a ferry across the harbor. The wind hits my face, and I feel free. I stand outside and take photos. But I also remind myself to just look. A man next to me says, "First time in Sydney?" I say, "Yeah, how could you tell?" He laughs and says, "You've got that look." I smile and ask, "What look?" He says, "That wow look." We both laugh, and the ferry continues across the water. In the afternoon, I head to Bondi Beach. The sand is golden, and the ocean is a deep blue. Surfers are already in the water, moving with confidence. I take off my shoes and walk barefoot on the sand. It feels warm and soft. I breathe deeply. A surfer walks past me carrying his board. I ask, "Is it always this busy?" He says, "Pretty much. It's a good kind of busy, though." I nod. I understand what he means. I sit on the sand and watch the waves. I feel peaceful. Time seems to slow down. Later, I decide to try surfing lessons. I feel nervous, but excited. The instructor explains everything calmly. He says, "Don't overthink it, just feel the wave." I nod. Even though I'm not sure I understand, I feel proud of myself for trying something new. In the evening, I head back to the city. I change clothes and go out for dinner. I choose a casual restaurant with outdoor seating. The waiter greets me and asks, "How's your day been?" I say, "Honestly, amazing." He smiles and says, "That's what we like to hear." I order grilled seafood and a glass of white wine. While I wait, I listen to nearby conversations. People talk easily. No one seems in a hurry. When the food arrives, I take my time. I enjoy every bite. I feel present. After dinner, I walk through the city at night. The lights reflect on the buildings, and the harbor glows softly. The opera house looks different now, but just as beautiful. I stop again and think about how much I experienced in one day. Nature, history, food, people. As I head back to my hotel, I feel grateful. Sydney didn't overwhelm me. It welcomed me. I think to myself that this city teaches something important. Life doesn't have to be rushed to be full. You can move forward and still breathe. When I finally lie down, I smile. Tomorrow will bring more, but today was already enough.